welcome to week 9 as we round the corner into another run to the playoffs. And on the cover this week we have the Sea Dogs trying to make their 5th straight playoffs. Improbable ups and downs, but this season is looking awesome. But it's still just a Curtis and Ellie Miller show. One win away from clinching the playoffs for the North in such a contested division. And it's been close. But let's just look at the rankings. Blackers coming in number 1. Scarlet Ember, the only team to clinch so far. It's the first time this has happened in the modern era where there haven't been multiple. This is the latest anybody's clinched too, week 9. It's been a very tough year. A lot of parity in the league. Rankings, Cats shot up from number 14 to number 7. This is crazy. After they only have 3 wins, and they're just 6 points away from the Checkers. Crazy. Last week, go through that real quick. Empire lay an egg against the Dizzy Devils. Dizzy Devils rolling right now. Presley 10 points. McFadden 5 interceptions. Great game for the Dizzy Devils. Margays squander another opportunity to be relevant. Sea Dogs roll at home. 19 points for Curtis. 18 for 16 throwing. Just an amazing performance by Curtis, showing that he's still got it. Gremlins fall to the Reapers in a big points race. I mean, the Midwest is in a crazy points race right now. Gold beat up on the Phoenix, close game, but they got it done. Charlie 11 points. Diamonds beat the Silverbacks. So both the Silverbacks and Phoenix, they could have clinched the division with the win there, technically. And it's going to be all out between the Diamonds, Phoenix, and Silverbacks. Interceptors absolutely blown out by the Scarlet Ember. Scarlet Ember go on to clinch. Beautiful game by the Scarlet Ember. Checkers win versus the Toros, and the Cats shut out the Pharaohs after the Pharaohs shut out the Gold last week. And this time the Cats are awarded moving up 7 spots to number 7 in the league. They've played good all year, but they just haven't been able to finish. They're starting to finish, and the rankings are rewarding them for it. It's crazy. Scarlet and Skylarks fall to the Dragonfish. The Skylarks, their momentum is just gone. And the Dragonfish is looking like an absolute unit of a playoff team. Captains, everybody could see that coming. The Blackers just increased their lead on the whole league. You know, they got people coming behind them. I mean, Scarlet Ember had a great 70-point index game. Dizzy Devils had a 62-point index game. But they're just keeping the pressure on, and they're just trying to win number 1 outright. Doesn't matter if they win the division or not, man. They're just trying to do it. Hans Greeley, the race for 152. Hans Greeley is 18 points from the league record in points. And he's has the record for best rating, index record in the modern era. He has it, efficiency record, he has it. So it's all about, can he maintain those and beat the points record, just have a historic season. We're rooting for him. MVP race Greeley, followed by Miller,
Get more
followed
for
by
your
Presley.
money at Fink's Jewelers. For a limited time only.
MVPs, single individual games, teams you can read on your own. Oh, that's not good. How did that happen? That's terrible. Oh, jeez, that's not good. Anyway, the matchups. Strategic matchups this week. So beginning off, we have, well, let's just explain the playoff scenarios before we get into the matchups. Because this is going to be crazy. You have the Checkers and Dragonfish vying to win the division. The Checkers get in with a win and a Dragonfish loss on the division lead. So they have to beat the Cats regardless. They got to beat the Cats. It's mandatory for them. Or they could get a loss better than the 2 sets of Dragonfish loss. So I mean, they can somehow still win or win the division lead without winning. Midwest is all wrapped up. It's all a points race there. The North, this is going to be the most contentious, and the league is looking bad. Can look very bad here. Did Sea Dogs, they get in with a win only. They cannot get in with a loss. The division sets opponent's record is too bad. Dizzy Devils get in with a win and a Sea Dog loss, and Blackers get in with a win and a Sea Dogs loss. It's really cutthroat. I mean, it's short and sweet with the North, but the implications, I mean, the Dizzy Devils and Blackers are the number 1 and number 4 team in the league. So you could potentially have one of the best teams in the league sitting out because the number 8 team in the league clinches the division. And there's really nothing. I mean, the Blackers have such a lead. The Dizzy Devils would have to make up so much ground these next 2 weeks, which makes the matchup between the Dizzy Devils and Blackers so crazy and prescient. In the West, you know, as mentioned previously, Phoenix and the Silverbacks fumbled the bag with winning last week. The Diamonds can get the division lead. The Diamonds with rookie phenom Santos, year 1. They could get into the playoffs. But it's going to take a lot of help. Phoenix has to lose 5-3 or worse, and the Silverbacks have to lose. The Silverbacks get in with a win and a Phoenix loss, or a better win than Phoenix. And the Phoenix gets in with a win and a Silverbacks loss, or win better than Silverbacks, or a better loss than the Silverbacks if the Silverbacks lose. So let's just see how it's going to shake out as we wind through the games. We're going to start off in Omaha, Nebraska. Scarlet Ember have won the division. Captains are just looking for that draft pick. I don't think they have a draft pick next year, however, which is sad because they really need the help. But the Captains just trying to make an upset, trying to, do something. Snelling's up to an 80 thrower, so he's proved out as a rookie. Guzman not so much. Miracle he's still a work in progress. But anyway, Scarlet Ember going to try to go for the number 1 title heading into the playoffs. Hopefully they're looking to get a big win there. Then you go to the Skylarks and Diamonds. Diamonds, it's not all over in the points race in the West. The Diamonds hoping to get a splash game here. Their division games are wrapped up. So that's that. And then we go to the Silverbacks at gold. Silverbacks, as we said, Silverbacks looking for a win here and some help to win the division lead and get to the playoffs for the first time since Salazar's rookie year, which has just been a long time coming for this franchise. And to be able to do it against the rivals at home would be spectacular. Toros, Dragonfish. Dragonfish hoping to wrap up the division with the win here versus the Toros. Toros, they're still a great team. They just had some ups and downs. They're kind of out of the playoff contention, which is crazy because the Cats are in playoff contention. But Dragonfish hoping to get a win here, get the division lead. Dizzy Devils Blackers. This is going to be one of the most hyped games of the week, but we have it at midweek to see how things play out afterwards. Dizzy Devils, regardless of anybody else, they want to get the biggest, best wins possible, stake their claim as one of the best teams in the league, and just end the conversation there. No matter, I mean, they can't control what the Sea Dogs do. The Blackers, they have a nice cushion. They might get caught slipping because they have such a good cushion points wise, division wise. I mean, they're feeling very confident. But this is a very Clash of the Titans type game, and you might just be able to see this game as the first round of the playoffs, because even if they don't meet up in the playoffs 2 weeks from now, hey, whoever wins this wins it. You know what I mean? So that's the end of the conversation there. If the Sea Dogs do make the playoffs, there's no what if, because this is the what if. So it's going to be a great game. Great game, great squads. Reapers, Margays. Margays kind of out of contention right now. The Reapers just trying to keep up in that points race. Let's just go to the Midwest points race right quick. Gremlins at 342. Interceptors 349, Reapers leading the race at 354, but that's just, they're so close together. A big win by the Gremlins would send the Gremlins into the lead. I mean, it's so knotted up in the Midwest in the points race, and that race is not going to be over till the end of the year, obviously, but we get a preview here, see what the Reapers can do out of division. And then the Gremlins versus Interceptors is pivotal for the points race. It may be a dead heat, and we won't know anything, but one of these teams might just go crazy. The Interceptors have had such a great record with beating the Gremlins that it might just be another one of those, which would be so disappointing. The Gremlins they're just getting played by Coach Douglas. And then Phoenix versus the Pharaohs. Phoenix looking for a win to just get into the race. Greeley and the boys hoping to have their first back-to-back playoff appearances in franchise history and finally get that playoff win. And then the Cats versus the Checkers. The Cats coming from nowhere. It is the Checkers' duty to the rest of the league to knock these guys down a peg. They've come from nowhere. And they just, they've come from nowhere. And they've played great in this little run-up. But the Checkers are a real team, and the league is hoping they show that. And then the final game. The Empire are non-factors in this game. The Sea Dogs hope they're not. This game is all about if the Sea Dogs beat the Empire or lose. That is all it is. It's very simple. And whatever happens there, somebody in the Dizzy Devils and Blackers game will be happy or sad, or both will be sad if the Sea Dogs win. But yeah, that's how the week's gonna go. So let's just get into it. We're just gonna be streaming all the games and just, looking at the stats while the games play. Scarlet Ember versus Captains. Dolly Dimitri has such a better advantage here. Obama's been putting in a lot of work this year. Vasilyev with the catch. Vasilyev underperforming on a team full of rookies. It's kind of jarring. Suero gets out. Suero's had an up and down kind of year. I mean, second best index on the team, but his numbers have been kind of shaky. But he's been good for him. Suero, a known champion, as mentioned a million times. And Jack with the catch. I mean, that's the thing about this season for the Scarlet Ember. They've already clinched the playoffs, but that's not what they're focused on. They are focused on delivering Jack and Maurice the titles that they were promised when both of them guys got here their rookie year. Famously, Jack was traded for Maurice. Maurice traded to the Skylarks for Jack's pick, I believe. So these two legends in their own right, hoping to cap their careers off with a win. And Maurice with the catch. Maurice locked in this game. And Vito gets out. Guzman. Dimitri's gonna try something here. Vito out. Suero down to Dimitri. Dimitri's out. And the Scarlet Ember take the second set. Vasilyev, Obama's out. Vasilyev 5 points already. You're gonna have to start keying on him. Execution isn't good so far. Maurice can't get it. Vasilyev outed by Vito. Now Snelling up to Vito. Aiden Snelling. Kind of coming through for the captains, looking like the bright spot of this rookie class for them. Brother Braden Snelling also looking like a bright spot for the Cats. So both brothers kind of coming up into the league, one after the other. Guzman, last one left, gonna throw to Suero, and it's not gonna be. Scarlet Ember hoping for a shutout here, man. They're hoping to just blast through and get to the top of the league. They are currently only 10 points behind the Blackers, so it's not far-fetched. Suero to Snelling. Snelling's out. Dimitri gets Jack, or gets Maurice. And it's going to be Dimitri versus Jack. Can he preserve the shutout? Can he? Does not, and Dimitri makes things complicated. But I mean, when you think about the game the Blackers are going to have to play, it's not going to be a cakewalk. So Scarlet Ember just have to get a good win here, and they'll probably have number one heading into week 11. Snelling over to Obama. Obama with the catch. 3 catches for Obama on the day. Suero, 85 index so far. Miracle Ace. Down. Obama dodges. And Obama gets Guzman with the catch. And the captain's putting on a stand right now, getting some confidence in themselves. Jack now going to throw to Guzman. Guzman's out. Miracle Ace over to Jack. Jack out. And those captains take the set. Miraculous with the catch. And the captain's just ruining the party in Nebraska right now. You know, these next 2 weeks, everybody's just supposed to be supporting the Scarlet Ember, coming to the home games that they wrapped up week 11 home game, and just cheering their team on into the playoffs. You know, they reached some really low lows. You know, hosting the playoffs hosting the championship is never the goal for a city. As much economic revenue as it brings, it should never get to the point where your team is the worst in the league and you're hosting the championship, or one of the worst. Miraculous, another catch. He's not even a catcher. Throws down to Maurice, and the captains have evened things up. This is unbelievable. Vasilyev 11 points, Miraculous 5 points. Vasilyev now going to throw down to Obama. Obama's out. And now Vito. Vito's going to throw to Vasilyev. Vasilyev's out. Now Guzman up to Vito. Vito's out. Now Suero. And Guzman's gonna reach out, but he can't get it. Now Snelling's gonna throw to Suero. Suero's out. And it's gonna be Snelling up for Jack, and Jack is out, and the captains have the advantage. Scarlet Ember, what are y'all doing? They're falling apart late. Dimitri versus Maurice. Who's going to get it? 50-50. And the captains take the lead 4 straight sets. The Scarlet Ember are falling apart for no reason right now. And Vasilyev. They were looking so good early on. We were talking about a shutout. And if that last throw didn't go that way on set 3, the captains would have won this 5-2. Snelling now gets Obama, and Vito gonna throw. Guzman can't get the interception. And now it's Snelling gets Vito. It's just crazy because the captains don't have a defense. So it's just been a lot of errors by the Scarlet Embers. And it is advantage captains right now. Suero throwing to Snelling, rookie on rookie. Dimitri up to Miercoles. Miercoles throws to Jack. Jack with the catch. Jack with the catch. Suero now. Gonna throw it down to Dimitri. Dimitri's out. And even if the Scarlet Ember win at this point, I mean, you can't expect them to take the number 1 heading into week 11. I believe it would be their first number 1 for the season if they do get it, but unbelievable run from the captains. Guzman now going to throw to Suero. Suero dodges. 10 points for Suero. He's really carrying this team as they've slumped here. Snelling outed by Vito. Miercoles going to throw down to Maurice or Suero. Suero's out. Now Vito gonna throw to Miercoles. Miercoles is out. Dimitri, they're weak on offense right now. Vito catches. And the Scarlet Ember looking good. Guzman last one left, and Guzman is out. Game, set, and match. And the Scarlet Ember get the 43 index game. They get the win. But it's definitely not what we thought it would be. And it doesn't really, I mean, it's all pride at this point, really. It's all narrative. You know, Jack and Maurice want to ride into the sunset saying, we were number 1 for the season. We had the best squad, and then we went and we won the championship. That's what they want to say, but that might not be the case with that sloppy win there. And we're going to be live updating the players, the team stats, so that we can get an accurate anticipation of what all is happening. It's gonna take a little bit of, chilling here. little technical difficulty here. Just hold tight. Gennaro Suero, MVP for the game. 67 index, 10 points. Second MVP of the season for the rookie from Instituto Técnico de Mexico. So let's move on. Skylarks and Diamonds. Diamonds, they just playing what they're playing with now. They're hoping that the division games shake out the way they're supposed to. They're just trying to play well. Skylarks kind of looking towards the future at this point. Season didn't go that well, but both these coaches, new coaches in the league, they did a good job with their rookies. Santos, 93 ranking. Bosk, 99 ranking. Julie Doherty, 76 ranking, 90 thrower. They did good on their rookie selections, so things are looking good for the Diamonds and Skylarks right now. Doherty throws, freshman out of Virginia Tech, really proved out, surprisingly. And Lions just dwindling. Robertson and Santos looking like a really good duo for the Diamonds going forward. And the crazy thing is, the Diamonds can clinch the division. I mean, the West is kind of crazy this year. You could have it where every team in the division is 4-4. If it shakes out right, I don't think it will, but it could, which is insane. Lou Washington, I believe this is his first season. He's been in free agency for 3 seasons now. Yeah, 4 seasons. Lou Washington, it's a native. He's spent in free agency. New coach coming in. He's like, hey, let me give this guy a shot. You know, he's been working his tail off. Diego Garcia versus Kyle Prim. Kyle Prim out. And Kyle Prim just has a way to remain relevant. He wasn't blessed with the greatest skills, but I mean, he's a 73 Dodger, and he knows how to make all-star teams somehow. Robertson now to Doherty. Steven Robertson, I mean, Definitely a he's part of a championship type team. He's not really the leader type. I mean, he's a throw first guy. But it's kind of a shame how much he's been passed around by the league, honestly. He gives you everything you need, and he's just really been passed around the league. But he's kind of in the position of training up Santos. Washington catches Garcia. Diamonds get their first set. Santos with the set start. Santos only 1 point. Robertson only 2 points. Gets out bossed. And Robertson catches. And the throw to Giuliano. Giuliano's out. Raj timeout. The throw over to Robertson. Robertson out. Santos. Lions with the dodge. Now it's going to be Santos to Garcia. Garcia catches. Garcia trying to play today. And Washington with an interception. The Diamonds tie things up. Washington catches. Giuliano. Santos gonna try to get into his groove here, but Giuliano catches. Giuliano throws to Lions. Giuliano was part of the Skylarks' first refresh, bringing in Vasiliev himself. He started out as a thrower, became more of a defender. The only holdover from last year is they did another refresh with a new coach. Diamonds win that set. Doherty with the set start. Prim out. Robertson now. Gonna throw down to Bosk. Bosk out. Doherty. And Robertson's out. Time Lord out. Skylarks hoping to wrap this thing up in 8 sets. Doherty with a set start. Santos now at a Bosk, and Bosk is up. Lions still roaring after all these years. 6 points on the game, but Giuliano with the catch. Giuliano playing well. And the whole Skylark squad. Lou Washington, new standard. 9 points for Lou Washington. This is the highest, most points he's ever had in a game in his 1 season of work. We're going to 9 sets for the second straight game in the week. Santos out, gets bossed out, rookie on rookie. And Doherty gets Santos. Time with 5 catches on the game. Can he send it? And Doherty. Skylarks take it. Really inconsequential, but if the Diamonds do end up making the playoffs, they will have a losing record doing it. I think after this game, things start to get a little juicy with some things starting to be on the line. Give the MVP to Federico. His first MVP of his career, actually. Federico Bosch, 10-point performance. Second double-digit performance of the year. He's had quite a slump. Past 3 games have been in the 30s index-wise. Hopefully he's back to form. Got the Gremlins next week. Not that it really matters. It'll just be a stopgap. But it's good to see the Skylarks win again after 3 straight losses. And let's just keep it rolling. The Silverbacks must win. Well, it's not a must win, but they want to secure that playoff spot. They have a good squad. They didn't change a single roster spot last year. And they got a weak gold team. A gold team that has nothing to play for, really. Kind of the end of the line for the Gold's whole trajectory, championship run they've had. They have no draft picks. They have no money. It's looking bleak. It's just really rebuilding time for the Gold, finally. They thought they could squeeze something together this year with Middlestein, Fournier, and Charlie, but it just really hasn't worked for them. Sonia trying to get his second title. But his talents are fading pretty quickly. Solomon with the catch of Charlie. That was unexpected. Throws to Middlestein. Middlestein catches. And Zavitz, the only one left standing. Zavitz dodges, though. Zavitz goes for Middlestein, and Middlestein catches. Gold take the lead. Gold. The Silverbacks won the week 5 matchup. Charlie 4 points on the game. Sonia down to Charlie. Charlie's up. Middlestein. Solomon, a second catch. He's on today. They need him on. Throws down to Fournier. Fournier out. Fournier, he's backed off a little bit. He used to be a force, but Fournier's not having the year he had last year. I'll tell you that much. But no. catches. Horace to Zavitz. Zavitz another dodge. Now he's going to throw down to Renault. Renault catches, and the gold take the 2-0 lead. Silverbacks need this game. It's at home. They want to party at home. Salazar now going to throw and gets Renault out. That shouldn't have happened. And Horace. Ornay with the catch. Horace to Sonia with the catch.
Will you order an epic pepperoni
Should
stuffed crust
not
pizza
be.
from Papa John's?
And the Silverbacks finally take their first set of the game. Zavitz now. Charlie catches Salazar. I mean, they need Salazar to have a good game. There's no winning this game without Salazar's direct input. Charlie, 8 points on the game. He's really killing them defensively and offensively. 3-1 cold right now. Salazar's got to get tapped in. They have the dash advantage. Where is Salazar? Gets Charlie out. They need to get this set, otherwise it's going to be got to reach. Salazar can't get the catch. He's a 90th catcher. Can't get the catch. 0 catches this game. Solomon, Horace with the dodge. Why are they even throwing at Horace? Middlestein gets Zavitz. Both teams just, Silverbacks are usually really good at execution. Temp, don't forget about Temp in this game. Temp with the catch. Must have heard us talking about him. Gonna throw for Fournier and gets him out. And now Renault gonna throw to Temp. Temp dodges. And now for Renault and the Silverbacks, they answer the call. This is still a game, and they have the dash advantage, as I'll keep repeating. Games like this, it really matters. But the Silverbacks, honestly, hoping for a big win. And it's already looking like it's only going to be a 5-3 win, so it's not what they want, but they still can win the division as long as they win. Salazar gets the interception from Horace, and Salazar's coming alive. Renault outed. And the Silverbacks tie things up. Will Charlie get back into it? Or will he keep getting skunked out? Salazar gets him. Middlestein down to Salazar. Salazar's out, but they still got Temp. Temp now. And throw to Middlestein. Middlestein out. Horace and Solomon gets him out. Temp now. Gonna throw to Fournier. Fournier not doing much for the team. Mac Renault goes up to Temp, and Temp outed. Temp 10 points on the low. Sonia now gonna throw for Renault, and the Silverbacks take the 4-3 lead. One more set, and they're just gonna be watching the scoreboard for the Phoenix game. And Salazar for Charlie. Charlie's out. Middlestein down to Salazar. Salazar's out. Now Temp. I'll throw up to Middlestein. Middlestein out. Zavitz. Nope. Temp now really taking things to his own hands. Fournier just hasn't been able to do anything for the team. Now Horace. Temp, another dodge. The man's locked in. Throws for Renault. Renault is out. Temp, last time Temp has made the playoffs. And he catches it. 14 points for Temp. And the Silverbacks looking good. For the gold, it's just, it's just not clicking this year. Mr. Fournier has not been the defender they thought they would have wanted. They chose him over Kareem Hakeem. It was a tough choice. Kareem Hakeem was aging, and Fournier was looking promising, but maybe they made the wrong choice there. Fournier has just not been performing. He has a bunch of catch attempts. Not many catches. He's 20%. Well, closer to like 25% catching. It's not looking pleasant for him. But let's get on to the next game. Dragonfish Toros. $83 degrees and a beautiful Florida night. The Checkers are in the driver's seat for the South in the division race, but Dragonfish hoping to get a big win here over a Toros team that's just been a head scratcher. Haven't been able to put together 2 wins in a row all year, but when they do win, they play amazing. They lost to the Toros in Texas, so this time they're going to try to get the win, return the favor. The Toros, Vega, good set from him. Toros setting things up. If the Dragonfish lose this game,
Winnie's new strawberry frosty is here, so check your watch.
depending how they lose, they could wash out of the division lead. But they have such a great points lead over the South that it's like not a problem. Toros 3-0. It's not looking good, man. And that's what a lot of people are just wondering, like, why have the why have they been so good? Why have the Dragonfish been so good this year? They've just been good. I mean, there's not much of a reason. They're just hitting their marks when they need to hit them. Catch by Pelletier. And the Toros absolutely taking it to the Dragonfish. And if the Toros shut out the Dragonfish here, I believe the Checkers have clinched the division. I'll double check, but I do believe that's what will happen. And the Toros are just... This is how they thought they'd be playing this season, honestly. This is how we thought the Dragonfish would be playing. Not very well. Nathan Assis with the catch. You know, now it's just a joke. When you have players just that aren't supposed to be playing like, well, just playing. The Dragonfish get one set. One set. Dragonfish trying to come back alive here. The Taurus just starting to crumble here. They had him. Evened up now. Can they finish the job? And they just don't seem to be having it anymore. Dragonfish just all of a sudden pouring into it. Pelletier versus Asses for the game. And Dragonfish are back into this game. Just like that. Reed gets Pelletier's. Chowdhury can't get the interception. It's going to happen that Reed's activated. Reed dodges. Goes his way. Reed. And the Toros win 5-3. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean, I can't say it because technically the Checkers can get shut out. Technically the Checkers can get shut out. So that'd be crazy, but it can happen. So we cannot make an official proclamation at this point, but the Checkers are in very good position, even with a loss to the upstart Cats. They could still be in good position to win, to get the division lead. Man, Reed has just had such a crazy season. Like, it's almost like every other game, almost every other game. He hasn't had two good games in a row, but the good games he does have are just great games. And so the Dragonfish are up to 32 to 27. So the Checkers, they only have to lose a measly 5-1 to win the division. They can absolutely crumble in New Orleans, but not get shut out. But let's just go. I mean, this is playoff ball right here. Dizzy Devils, Blackers. Let's just go. I mean, there's so much to be said about this game. There's so much to say about this matchup. Jay West, his record, crazy 100% efficient dashing this season. Quintana might be able to pick one off of him. You got Presley, reigning Rookie of the Year and MVP, trying to get to the playoffs again. McFadden trying to redeem himself. Tamp having an amazing season. And on the Blacker side, you got McCormick, the rookie, who's just doing amazing. Just diamond in the rough quality. Jay West, like as we mentioned, Richard doing well. Everybody thought it'd be twilighting, but he's still performing. And Hammer and Madison, you just never know when they're going to come through for you. And the Blackers looking like they're trying to take this first set. Jay West. I mean, the Dizzy Devils, they have to dig deep here. They have to dig absolutely deep here because it's just not gonna... Yeah, they're going to be looking at some miserable situation unless the Sea Dogs lose the division, lose against the Empire. Then they're in good position points-wise. But they don't want to have to play those games. Just beat the team in front of you. They're going to need Tamp to play much better. They're going to need McFadden to play lights out. That's not happening so far. And Jay West is just on one. He's not looking like he's going to give away any kind of dash today. Richard straight for McFadden. McFadden's got to do something defensively. game cannot get away from the Dizzy Devils. And then Campaign tries to intercept. He's trying to do his part. Presley now for McCormick. McCormick out. Presley, the best arm in league history. Can he get to the playoffs for the second year in a row? Presley now. Gonna throw. Madison can't get the interception. Jay West gonna throw to Presley. Presley out. But they still got Tamp. Tamp now to West. West dodges. He's not even a defender. Now West gonna throw and Tamp dodges. Dizzy Devils really need this set. Hamura dodges. Why go for Hamura? And now Tamp catches Hamura. Tamp is playing his heart out right now. And they get that first set win. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Jay West gets it though. Richard now going to throw for Presley. Presley up. Up to Tamp. Tamp's got to deliver again this set. Gets him out. Now McCormick. McCormick over to Tamp. And Tamp is out. Going to have to pull from Campaign. Campaign. And Madison can't get the interception. So it's evened up right now. Going to throw for McFadden. McFadden. And this is what keeps happening with McFadden. You have games that are obviously do or die, that are obviously we need you. And the man's laying a goose egg. But Campaign with a catch. And Hamura dodges. Hamura's such a slippery guy. Throws for Campaign. Campaign, another catch. And Campaign comes through for the Dizzy Devils. They're playing playoff ball right now. Unlikely characters. And Quintana getting so close to the dash win. That would just crumble Jay West's spirits. Tamp now. They're going to have to do without Presley again. Richard and Tamp is out. Down to Campaign. Campaign now for Richard. Richard's out. Now going to be McCormick. The rookie out of Yellow University throws to Campaign. Campaign's out. Time for McFadden to play. McFadden now going to throw to McCormick. McCormick's out. And he should have the good, easy defense here. Can't defend. Cannot defend. Quintana throws for West. And West is out. It's going to be Hamura versus Quintana. Quintana gets the catch. It seems like the only person that can't catch on this team is the best catcher on the team. And the Dizzy Devils take the 3-2 lead. They're doing what they can with what they have, despite McFadden laying a goose egg. Richard now throws to Tamp. Tamp is up, but Presley gonna get a nice shot at somebody. Throws to Richard. Richard out. And now it's gonna be McCormick. And McCormick gonna throw to Campaign. Campaign's out. Where's McFadden with the interceptions? Presley now. Gonna throw to McCormick. McCormick is out. Jay West gonna throw. McFadden gets the interception. And the Dizzy Devils coming through right now. Coming through. Throws for Madison. They are clicking right now. This is what the crowd wants to see. Hamura. McFadden can't get the interception. That would have made the crowd go crazy. Presley now for Hamura. Hamura's out. And the Dizzy Devils. It looked bleak at times, but they take the 4-2 lead. And Jay West perfect for the game. Down to McCormick. McCormick over to Presley. Presley with the catch. Shimon Presley with the unlikely catch. Gonna throw to Richard. Richard dodges though. Presley 11 points on the game. And now McFadden. McFadden can't get the interception, but at least he's trying. Protect Presley at all costs. And now Madison gets the interception from Presley, though. Highly contested set so far. And now Campaign gets the interception. It's not looking good for the Blackers. Tamp now. Throws to Hamura. Hamura's out. Now down to Jay West. West. Campaign. Another interception. Campaign is doing everything he can. Throws to Madison. Madison's out. And the Dizzy Devils take the big win from the Blackers. Wow. We did not expect a big win. Maybe a win, but not a big win. And they really set things up. And it's either going to be a Dizzy Devils division lead crown with the Sea Dogs loss, or the Sea Dogs are going to just really kill the mood here in DC. Because the Dizzy Devils really put their back into that game. McFadden, he wasn't trying hard early, but later he was doing his thing. Presley played well. Campaign. What more can you say about Campaign in this game? The Blackers, they're still sitting pretty. Still sitting pretty. Regardless of if the Dizzy Devils win the division. A Dizzy Devil win of division would just be an automatic clinch for the Blackers, honestly. So the Blackers are not that concerned. They're in a very good position. A very good position. But what a big win. What a humongous win after getting beat 5-2 to the Blackers in week 5. Returning the favor and potentially setting up an epic third matchup against this team. The two teams in the division that are clearly a little bit above the rest, especially when McFadden's playing, which has just become such a big concern, honestly. It's like you're one of the best players in franchise history and you have so much issues with consistency. I mean, a 23 index game and such high stakes. I mean, it gets really frustrating. And he has such a great team around him to be able to just get in his defensive bag, and he just doesn't. But, alas. So Scarlet Ember looking like they're going to be number one for the going into week 11 right now. Especially after Dragonfish folding the way they did. Dizzy Devils are still, and that's the thing about the Blackers' position as the points race. The Blackers are still 16 points ahead of the Dizzy Devils in the points race. So, Reapers, Margays, this is a points race game. 86 degrees. And the Reapers' first winning season since they went to the championship way back in 2008. But they're just trying to secure their points race. They're ahead of the other guys by a little bit. They're just trying to blast off against a team that really has nothing to play for right now. Yeah, I mean, not to keep going back on this game, but that amazing performance from the Dizzy Devils could be wiped out with the Sea Dogs win. And the Dizzy Devils find themselves in a big hole if the Blackers, who have this, the Blackers have the Silverbacks next week, and the Dizzy Devils have the Diamonds, so it's an advantageous split there, but yeah, for everybody, for the Blackers' sake, they really hope the Sea Dogs win so they don't have to play that points game. For the Dizzy Devils, oh my goodness, they are praying the Empire somehow dismantle that team. Gielan, Another catch, and the Margays even it up. Margays take the lead. Margays haven't beat the Reaper since 2009 too. Only played 3 times since then, but just a little tidbit. The Margays kind of taking it to the Reapers right now. Reapers don't need this. Margays get the set start. Boyd Ruiz brings some balance to this game. Started out as the lead thrower of this team, but age is showing a little bit with Ruiz, but he's still having the best season on the team. Pascal. One more set and the Reapers take a big L because somebody's going to have to win that Reapers Interceptors game. So Reapers aren't, if the Reapers lose here, they're not going to be at the head of the points race, especially with an under 30 index. Not looking good. Can the Reapers rally here with Ruiz and McCarron? Carlton left. Carlton with the catch. Can he do it? And the Margays. Big win. Not that it matters, especially in such a crazy division as the North, but the Margays just really rubbed dirt in the Reapers' eye right there. At home, last guaranteed home game of the season. The Reapers despite the shiny new team, and Carlton's going to get the MVP of that game. Very clutch. Despite the shiny new facade of this team, I mean, their brand new team, they still have that curse of just collapsing late. It's the weirdest thing. They just collapse late. That's just what they do. So average-wise, Reapers are still ahead of the Gremlins. I'll just show you guys. In the Midwest Point Saga. And you have the Reapers, Interceptors, and the Gremlins just knotted up around 38 average. So if it's a close game, you know? If it's a close game, Reapers still hanging in there, but it's not where they want to be, obviously. Let's just go to the next one. Let's make sure we saved this game. $67, a little cool tonight in Gremlinville. And the Interceptors, I mean, the big thing about these two, man, Interceptors have just been killing. Just been an absolute pain in the Gremlins' side. They've won 3 straight against them. And then before that, they've just been back and forth. Only their undefeated regular season, did they win both games against them. But yeah, the Interceptors have just been the biggest pain. Mills and Sebastian just hoping to just take care of that nuisance. Forge onto the playoffs for the 4th straight season. And for Kyle, you know, Coach Douglas did a, you know, Coach Douglas is usually doing bold things, but he built a completely defensive team around his star, longtime franchise player in Kyle. People didn't think it was going to work, but the Interceptors have hung around, and they control their destiny when to get into these playoffs. Manuel Bazzoli, he's low-key grown into a good player. I mean, for what he is, which is a dasher, I mean, to be a 50 catcher is pretty good. If the Gremlins can get a scorching victory here, it's going to be such easy sailing into the week 9. But let's see if the Interceptors will let them. Sam Cheeto can't hold up. Gremlin's rolling right now. Cola a catch. And can they hold on to the shutout? Nope. Not quite. Catch by Sebastian. Hakeem with the catch. Interceptor's not backing down. They are not backing down. The stakes are the stakes, you know? I mean, this is it. This is the season. And Kareem Hakeem and Hells too. The Interceptors are officially back in this thing. Catch by Sebastian. Another catch. He's not even a catcher. Gremlin's trying to put it away. Another catch by Hakeem. Oh, Bozzoli. And the Interceptors, if they're not going to win, they're going to keep it close and let everything still be alive. Sebastian, 4 catches on the game. Throws to Bozzoli. Bozzoli! Another catch. But Mills, 10 points on the game for him. Throws down to Sanchito, and the Gremlins take the win but it's not, it's still very much, everything's very much in play. But it gets the Gremlins in great position heading into week 11. Mills started off the season so fire, and cooled off, but fourth MVP of the season. And now you can see the Midwest points race. Gremlins, it's close. It's 10 points separating all of them. So it's insanely close. Drop of a hat, flip of a switch. It's whatever team has the best game the day of. And let's wrap up the first division. The Phoenix trying to win here. Hans Greeley, 18 points away from the points record. Let's see how much he can encroach on that. But with the Silverbacks winning over the Gold, pretty much the points race, well, they're not that far ahead. But Spoon, 4 points that first set. Blair Campana, much to be said about his poor play this year. Rafa David better index than him. Greeley gets going with his first points of the game. And Hans Greeley outed by Lawrence. He should have a field day with these guys, but I think they lost to them week 5 somehow. Streets with the catch. Yeah, so pretty much Phoenix win and they are in. Well, guaranteed actually. Really starting to inhale them. Hans Greeley, 4th catch of the game. Clearly the best player in the league. Trying to break a couple records this season. 10 points. Hans Greeley's pouring it on now. Crowd cheering. They know what time it is. 2 sets away from clinching the playoffs. Dodge by Greeley. Interception by Salem. Oldest player in the league. And Campana right back at you, trying to get back in the action. Streets a catch. Salem, another interception, and the Pharaohs not out of it yet. Hans Greeley, just another dodge. Playing so well. 11 points. Question is, can he get the record this game? Nope, not with that. Catch by Spoon. 10 points for Spoon on the low. And Spoon has been such a good player for Phoenix over his career. And they're now 1 set away from clinching the playoffs. Greeley out it again. I don't know what's going on with Blair Campana. He just can't, for the life of him, can't just play a good defensive game. Abramson, young rookie. It's going to be him versus Keene, rookie on rookie. Dodges. Can Abramson send them to the playoffs? And he does. Teodoro Abramson clinch the second clinch, the first clinch of the game or the week. And the second clinch of the season for Phoenix. got the Cats at the Checkers. Checkers just have to lose 1-5 to make the playoffs or to clinch the division. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Cats have been terrible in division this year. They don't have a good record, but they've played close games, and that's why they're in the mix now. They need to absolutely whoop the Checkers. The Checkers clinch with one set win. It doesn't even matter if they win. So, it'll make it harder for because the Dragonfish are way ahead in the points race. And the Checkers clinch the division. That simple, folks. It's going to be an uphill climb for the Cats if they want to get into this thing. They are 80 points behind the Dragonfish. So with a win, they'll be 40 points behind. That's crazy to try to make that up. A 40-point swing is pretty much impossible. But the impossible has happened before on week 10 or week 11. And Empire have gotten in the playoffs with crazy shutouts. Everybody in the league is just hoping that the Checkers just shut up the Cats from this crazy ranking surge they did. They look like they're up to the task. The biggest surprise about the South this year is you're going to have a playoff rematch, most likely, with two teams that did major rehauls after both making the playoffs last year. They both had a bunch of contract disputes, a bunch of players just leave them. For the Checkers, their biggest move was getting rid of Ruiz after he's given them so many good seasons. But they got a younger Bam Bang who's been playing equal. They've been playing equal to each other, honestly. Cats get their first set. Morris Tinker, he's on a playoff bound team, but he has not been able to help I mean, he's high draft pick. Like, he was cream of the crop, can't miss player. He has been a bust. Cat's not laying down. Looking to try to win this thing after all. Dimitri Icardi's been on a warpath lately. But Bam Bang with the catch. Smelling out. Raycon with the catch. Another catch for Rayquan, and the checker trying to close this thing out in New Orleans. Catch by Icardi. He is not letting the game go away. But Iggy Anthony, remember when Iggy Anthony was going crazy? But Stevens with the interception. They're playing tenacious to get this win. Stevens, 3 interceptions on the game. Bam Bang, 10 points, holding his own. Catch, 2 throwouts. Lost to Bam Bang. Oh, Bam Bang is just, he's not letting the Cats get this one. Not so quick. And the Checkers with the win. Shut the Cats up for at least a week until they find a way to blow out the Scarlet Ember of all teams. Bam Bang's 4th MVP of the season. Playing very well. They got the Reapers next week, the Hungry Reapers team. They'll be hosting. So going into the final game The clinched Phoenix, clinched Checkers. Dragonfish so far ahead in the points race, but the Cats and Toros hoping for a miracle to try to get into that. And now all the complicated division games out the way. We got the granddaddy of them all, the Sea Dogs of London, finishing off the week. Cool July night versus their hated rivals, Ellie Miller, Curtis with the catch, trying to do a very hard task, which is making the playoffs 5 seasons in a row. Coach Head has never missed the playoffs. And they've only lost 2 games this year, but those 2 games, both division games, and they haven't won very well. So they're very vulnerable. They cannot lose this game. Hansen with the catch. Hansen's underplayed all year. They thought they were going to get vintage Hansen, but the Empire, I mean, they would like nothing more. There's nothing going on in the Empire season. They have nothing to look forward to. But if they can keep their rivals out of the playoffs, they're direct in control. In London, I mean, Coach Ramos, this is what he lives for if he can't be winning the championship. Miller gets to catch Curtis with a good throw. Hole come out. Wilson, the rookie. And a lot of people say Wilson was the reason this team kind of fell off this year. I mean, one bad player, one bad personnel move really can affect the team morale. And Wilson just did not improve. He just got worse and worse from his signing. Somerset supposed to be the moonshot, supposed to be that guy with all the charisma and stats to get them to solidify a championship run, and it just never got going for them this year. Can the Empire get up 2-1? Hansen out. It's all on Devin Peters. Devin Peters, I mean, they've kept him around. Hasn't really proved his worth. It's probably his last season in London, if we're being honest. Getting older, easily can get a rookie to replace him with a little more upside. Curtis set start. Empire take the 2-1 lead. It's going to be up to the 2 guys, Miller and Curtis, to get over the hump here. Miller gets the interception. Can he got to get going here? Curtis throws to Gerst. Gerst out. Holcomb now. Holcomb throws up to Curtis. Curtis dodges. Curtis throws. Holcomb out. Wilson, last one left. Wilson, Curtis out. Esparza. And Wilson catches. What is Wilson doing? Throws up to Miller, and Miller catches the ball. Sea Dogs tie it up. Miller can't get the interception. Empire trying to take advantage here. This is a pivotal set. Gerst with the dodge. Now it's going to go up to Nicole. Nicole throws for Curtis. Curtis dodges. That's what people overlook. Curtis is a good dodger. Throws for Gerst. Gerst with the catch. Gerst having an amazing game so far. Nicole over to Esparza. Esparza's out. The Empire reveling in this. Reveling in their importance in this season. Gerst is outed by Hansen, old teammate. Nicole now down to Peters. Peters out. Hansen, last one left for the Sea Dogs. And Holcomb catches the ball with the interception. The Empire take the 3-2 lead. Can Curtis and Miller get into this thing or what? Up to Curtis to throw. Throws over to Gerst. Gerst, another catch. Elton Gerst is having a time of his life. And now Somerset and Miller can't get it. Can they come back from this? Esparza with the ball. Throws to Somerset. Somerset dodges. Empire are teed up right now. Throws to Esparza. Esparza catches though. Not let the momentum get too far. Throws to Gerst. And Gerst is out. Steve Nicole throws to Esparza. Esparza's out. And now Peters with the ball. Peters for Nicole. Nicole, a rare dodge for Nicole. Gonna throw to Peters, and Peters catches the ball. It's not over. And now Peters gonna throw to Holcomb. Holcomb catches. It's gonna completely back and forth. Holcomb now versus Hansen. Hansen's out. Empire. Is this it? Is this it? Are the Blackers free? Are the Dizzy Devils free? And Curtis catches. It's not over. Curtis throws to Gerst. Gerst is out. Big sigh of relief from the Sea Dog sideline. Nicole now throws to Curtis. Curtis out. Miller only 3 points this game. Now Miller throws to Nicole. Nicole out. Holcomb. Holcomb throws up to Miller. Miller dodges. Miller dodges. Miller down to Holcomb. Holcomb out. Dude, don't ever let up on these guys. They have all the experience you want. But Miller outed by Wilson, of all players. Now throws to Wilson. Wilson's out. And the Sea Dogs live to see another set. And Curtis with the set start. They got that advantage going for him. But come on, why is Hansen throwing the ball? Throws to Nicole. Nicole's out though. But Somerset trying to go, but Curtis, third dodge of the game. Now gonna throw to Gerst. Gerst dodges. Back up to Somerset. And Somerset throws to Curtis. Curtis out. It's gonna go up to Miller, who's apparently the second thrower on the team now, and Gerst dodges Miller. Somerset now has Miller in his sights, and Miller is out. Miller is out. Miller is out. Esparza now throws to Holcomb. Holcomb's out. But they still have Somerset. Somerset throws Hansen. Can't get the interception. It's on Esparza. Richie Esparza for Gerst. Gerst is out. But they have Somerset. Somerset throws to Esparza. Esparza's out. It's all on Devin Peters. Devin Peters throws up to Somerset. Somerset's out. Chris Wilson. Chris Wilson versus Devin Peters. Chris Wilson. And Chris Wilson gets the win. The Empire crushed the Sea Dogs' dreams. Oh my goodness. It happens. It really happens. The Sea Dogs lose to the Empire. And the Dizzy Devils clinch the division. Oh my goodness. Wow, and this is why we play, man. This is why you don't just sit back and say, this team's better than this team. Who saw this? Who saw the Empire not only winning, but winning in commanding fashion? Ellie Miller shut down. Shut down. Curtis played his heart out, 11 points. But Elton Gerst, Nicole, Somerset, these boys, they put the game together. And I mean, Coach Halim is going to be sending the Empire a gift basket. Just gift wrap them the division. And their erratic play. You never know what you're going to get from this team week in, week out. And now the Sea Dogs are in unfamiliar territory, missing the playoffs. Empire. I mean, this is their championship. I mean, they dug themselves into this hole, and they just gonna give them a team MVP for this performance because they really shone through. Everybody played amazing. And that's the week, folks. That is the week. You have Dizzy Devils clinch. Clinch. Dizzy Devils clinch. Wow. Next week's going to be the biggest race is going to be Midwest. Going to be so close. The South is pretty much figured out. North pretty much figured out. And the West is a close quarters with the Diamonds and Silverbacks. But thanks for tuning in. Love you guys. And we'll see you later.